Hello children, welcome to 9th Chemistry online classes. Is matter around us pure? In this chapter, we know that what is a solution and what is a suspension. And today we are going to study what is a colloidal solution. Colloidal solutions or colloids. A colloidal solution or a colloid is a uniform solution of two or more substances. We see one example. When we put some drops of milk or ink in water and we stir that thing with a glass rod, and when you observe, can you see the particles of ink or particles of milk in that? No. You can see the color. Yes, milk is having white color and ink also having, you can see that color, but you cannot see the particles. So such solution or such mixture is called colloidal solution or colloids. So here you cannot see the particles because the particle size is very much small, and the milk or ink that is spread uniformly in that solution, but it is not a homogeneous mixture. Okay, colloid or a colloidal solution or colloid, it appears to be a homogeneous mixture, but it is not a homogeneous mixture, it is a heterogeneous mixture, because the particle that is physically distinct part is there, but it is very, very small, but we can separate it. That we will study later. Okay, so colloidal solution or colloid is a uniform solution of two or more substances. The particles are relatively very small that the solution appears as a homogeneous mixture, but it is not. It is a heterogeneous mixture. Now we see the properties of colloids. First property, a colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. It is not a homogeneous mixture, it is a heterogeneous mixture. Colloidal particles cannot be separated by the process of filtration. So by the process of filtration, we cannot separate the solute or the colloidal particles. Or we can tell that the solute particles cannot be separated from this mixture by the process of filtration, or the solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed. So that is why we can call a colloid is a stable solution. Okay, the colloidal solution is stable. The size of particles of colloid is too small. So particles of colloid cannot be seen by naked eyes individually. Okay, so using our naked eyes we cannot see the particles. Here you can see the picture. That picture shows the Tyndall effect. The particles of a colloidal solution are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it. So you can see the scattering of light. So first beaker, that is a solution, and that is a homogeneous mixture, and the particle size is very, very, very small. So that particles cannot scatter the light. But in the second beaker that contain a colloidal solution, so that particle size is larger than a solution, and it can scatter a beam of light passing through it. So these are the another properties of a colloidal solution. The size of particles of a colloid is too small, so particles of colloid cannot be seen by naked eyes individually. The particles of a colloidal solution are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it. Some examples of Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect can also be observed when a fine beam of light enters a room through a small hole or through a window. You can see in this picture. So this is because the scattering of light by the particles of dust and smoke in the air. Next example, a Tyndall effect can be observed when sunlight passes through the canopy of a dense forest. In the forest, mist contains tiny droplets of water which act as particles of colloid dispersed in air. The components of a colloidal solution. When we studied about solution, we studied that a solution has two components. They are solute and solvent. The same like a colloid or a colloidal solution also have two components. One is dispersed phase and second one is dispersing medium. So here dispersed phase means it is like solute in the case of a solution. Dispersed phase, it is solute like, and dispersing medium, that is solvent like. So we will see what is dispersed phase. The solute like component or the dispersed particles in a colloid form the dispersed phase. So example, milk. So milk, that is a dispersed particles, and it is mixed in water. So that is the dispersing medium. So what is the definition of dispersing medium? The component in which the dispersed phase is suspended is known as the dispersing medium. You got the difference? Dispersed phase and dispersing medium. Dispersed phase is the solute like component, and dispersing medium, that is the solvent like component, or the dispersed phase or dispersed particles dissolved or suspended, not dissolved, suspended in dispersing medium. So when you are considering milk, that milk particles are the dispersed phase and water, that is the water part, that is the dispersing medium. Now colloids are classified according to the state, solid, liquid and gas, of the dispersing medium and the dispersed phase. So we will see that also. According to the state, colloids are classified as many types. So here you can see some common examples of colloids. So these are the types. So the first type is solid sol. Solid sol means here the dispersed phase and the dispersed medium both are solid. That is why its type name is solid sol. Dispersed phase as well as dispersion medium is solid. So its type is solid sol. And examples, milky glass and colored gemstone. These are the examples of solid sol. Next type is sol. Here the dispersed phase is a solid. Dispersed phase, that means the particles. And the medium or dispersion medium is liquid. So this medium is the major part and this phase or dispersed phase is the minor part. So here the major part or the medium is liquid and dispersed phase is solid and the type is sol. Example, muddy water. And milk of magnesia, that is a medicine. It is used as an antacid. Acidity, it is give the relief of acidity to our stomach. And the third type is aerosol. Here the dispersed phase is solid and dispersion medium is gas. And example is smoke, automobile, exhaust. Next type is gel. Here the dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. Dispersed phase is liquid, that is the minor part, that is liquid, and the medium, that is the major part, that is solid, and that type is gel. And examples are jelly, cheese, butter. Next type is emulsion. Here the dispersed phase as well as dispersion medium is liquid. Example, milk, face cream. Next is aerosol. Next type is aerosol. Here the dispersed phase is liquid and here the dispersion medium is gas. So here also we see one aerosol. Here dispersed phase is solid and dispersion medium is gas. Here also dispersion medium is same, gas, but here the dispersed phase is liquid. So that is called aerosol. And example, fog, then mist, clouds. Okay, these are the examples of aerosol. And next type is foam. Dispersed phase gas and dispersion medium solid. Example, pumice stone, that means the volcanic stone. Okay, and next is also the type is called foam. Here the dispersed phase is gas, but dispersion medium is liquid. Example, shaving cream. So these are the types of colloids, and you have to by heart this. Okay, so sometime question will come like that, gel, which is the dispersed phase and which is the dispersion medium of gel, and give one example. So in that type of question you have to write the answer. Dispersed phase is liquid, dispersed phase is solid, and example is jelly or cheese or butter. Okay, so you have to by heart these types. Okay children, thank you, all the best.